I was born and raised in Nassau, Bahamas, a paradise. They say even God vacations there. But did you know that some of the most talented, gifted service professionals are in the Bahamas? From your event planners, caterers, accountants, electricians, builders, and so many more. So if you have a house in the Bahamas in need of a service professional in the Bahamas, you want to subscribe to this channel. We set out on a journey to introduce to you uncut and raw service professionals in the Bahamas on the Pro242.com's network and app. Subscribe now. Let's get started. COVID-19 has affected our communities in a profound way. Some of us have been affected directly or indirectly, but whether you've been affected or not, your health is important, especially during these times. My next guest is on the Pro242.com's website and app. He has a wealth of knowledge in health and fitness. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Corey Bullard. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, Kevin. How are you? Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, world.
Very good. Doing good. One of the first things that pop out to me, we're going to jump right into it because I know you got a busy scheduling ahead of you. One of the things that popped out to me was the amount of time you've been in the business of health and fitness. Our audience, I'm sure they're curious as to how you got started, that journey, the story. Help us understand that. Tell us a little bit about how you got started into health and fitness.
Well, I got started as a motivation to improve my own fitness level because back in the day I was tall. I'm 6'3", but I was slim and I was relatively weak. So I wanted to put on some size and some strength at the same time. So I started lifting weight at my local gym, and I liked it. And over time, I saw that I had a knack for it, if you will. I recognized how the body worked and what made the muscles get pumped and taut, etc. So I had a knack for it, and I started training a group of fellows, just us. It wasn't no business or anything. And guys were losing weight with my help. Guys were gaining size and strength with my help. And people always used to tell me, say, "Man, you should get into this, professionally." At the time, there were no certifications for what I did. People don't realize that the certifications for a lot of stuff are relatively new, like personal training, et cetera, et cetera. So, people used to keep telling me, well, you should really get into this. And I always used to knock it down because, I didn't have the time. I didn't think I had the amount of knowledge, et cetera. And as I did it more and more, I started, and people asked me more and more. I started on a very small scale, and I got better and better at it. And I did, back then, you only could have studied, through the magazines, et cetera, et cetera. There wasn't no YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So as I did it, I worked for my local gym, the YMCA, back in Freeport, Bahama. And that's how I got into it. So I just started off with a client here and there, et cetera, and that's how I got into it.
Excellent. That's great. And one of the things you did highlight there is that you worked at a YMCA for a while. You talked to a lot of folks. You worked with some folks. So we see some history there.
Correct.
A lot of times people forget the journey, that brings us there. And you definitely have a strong history there. The other thing is, tell us some of the services you provide. Because a lot of times when we want to work out, we want to get in the gym and do a bunch of stuff, and we don't have that format of how you approach working out. Tell us, our audience, some of the things that you offer, some of the services, because fitness and health is a wide range. I'm sure you're familiar with that,
yes,
aware of that. So tell us some of the service you, yes, Coach, offer.
Well, Bull Fitness consists of I'm the CEO and founder. My wife My beautiful wife is the director. She's also a certified personal trainer, along with myself. We are also certified in sports nutrition, nutrition and hydration, and a few more. And the services we provide is really, we do a wide, I try to cover everything in fitness. So we do gym, we provide for those who want the gym, because people want a variety. Some people like gym, some people don't. We also have a boot camp. We also do mobile training where we come to you, and we do weight training, we do cardiovascular training, we do strength and conditioning training, because I'm a strength and conditioning coach as well. And just lately, I've started athletic training for people who play baseball, soccer, basketball, football, because I've acquired some equipment, some specialty equipment for these sports. And as we speak, I'm in the middle of studying, doing a coach's course for athletic training. So, I never stop learning, but I learned the basics, because it all boils back to the basics in anything, in any profession. That's what I tell people, So I cover basically everything. And also we've included an aerobics session in our training. So when you come to Bull Fitness, you get everything. You get weights, cardio, you get aerobics, you get athletic training, you get boot camp group training, you get one-on-one training, and you get mobile training. So it's basically everything. And of course, you got health and nutrition, diet, etc., etc. Because my wife and I are CPR certified. She is EPMP certified. She has vast knowledge in the medical field. So when you come to us, we have a wide array of experienced trainers and knowledge and sessions you can get. And pretty soon we're going to be adding on physio to it as well, physio and neuro. So, I'm ever learning, ever studying, but my passion for people, I think if you were to say what stands out with Bull Fitness, our passion for people. And it's really, and this is not to knock anyone else, of course, but it's really reflected for what you get with our rates. You see, I don't try to price myself up to market, but at the same time, the old Bahamian adage, cut off your nose to spoil your face. But you're gonna get quality training with us.
That's awesome. That's a lot of stuff that you have, and it's a lot for people to choose from, and that's very exciting. As you know, aside from the sun, sand, and sea, the Bahamas is very much known for its delicious food. And
yes,
we all love to eat. And when you come across that sweet pot, you want to get seconds, you want to get thirds. Talk to our listeners, our viewers give us some tips on how we can control how we eat, what are some of the things we should be eating in a balanced meal. Give us some tips on that. And also touch a little bit on, we talked about the workout and how to approach that, some of the things we should be doing when we're working out as well.
Right. Well, the thing is with diet, there's so many misconceptions with diet and exercise, by the way. People think that what they shouldn't be eating, a lot of times it's okay to eat. It's just how you prepare it and how you eat it. Like, let me give you, rice is a big misconception that, I got to stay off rice, I got to stay off potatoes. When in reality, especially if you're training, rice and potatoes are good complex carbohydrates that are needed to fuel the body and fuel the workout. So, this misconception, but you shouldn't eat rice and you shouldn't eat potatoes, it's really just what it is, a misconception. The problem is people eat the rice and potatoes and all that, but they also eat a lot of fast food and junk food, like cookies and cakes and all that. And they blame it on the cooked food. And that's the problem. You should stop all the bad food, you see, because cooked food is nutrients. Peas and rice, etc., is nutrients. But the junk food and the fast food, that's where I see that most Bahamians, they eat along with the cooked food, but they blame the cooked food for their weight problem. And it's not that. So my thing is, I do a lot of meal consultations now. In other words, I do a process of elimination, whereas I find out what your diet is, because anything is a diet. Some diets are good, some are bad. That's all the difference with diets. And then we go to a process of elimination. This is what you should have, etc., etc., etc. So I find it's very easy that way once the person is honest with me. And so that's what I do. And then if all else fails, of course, there are detailed meal plans, detailed diet plans. But it's a big misconception, you know. And then Bahamians like to drink a lot of alcohol, which is not good. And then smoking is not good as well. So those are the really main things people, they just eat. They blame the cooked food, but it's the junk food and the fast food and the alcohol and the smoking that is really damaging to your weight and the rest of your body. So through my experience, I've seen that over and over. And I explain that every chance I get to my clients and the people at large to let them know that that's the real problem. Not the peas and rice and the curry chicken and all that, not that. It's the junk food, the McDonald's, KFCs, the Wendy's, the bamboo, you know, ice cream, cakes, the cookies, and all that kind of stuff. Because Bahamians are also big on that type of food as well. We like Americans in that sense. And that's why we're, I think, number 5 or 7 obesity in the world and number 1 in this region. So that's and that's one of the reasons COVID hit us so hard, because we don't take care of ourselves and we don't like to exercise. Right? And that's the biggest reason.
Well, folks, you're listening to Mr. Corey Bullard with Bullfoot Fitness. He's been in the business for a long time. He's on the Pro242.com's website and app. You can find him there at pro242.com/Corey.Bullard and hire him for your next fitness training, health consultation, whether it's diet or exercise. You did touch on the food part of it, the diet side of it. Give us some tips on the workout side of it, proper way to work out. How should we be working out? What should we be doing as beginners? Those types of stuff.
Well, the training part is very vigorous, but the thing is, though, one thing I do recommend to all people is weights or resistance. What that does is it activates the muscle and it burns the fat and it keeps it off. Cardio and aerobics is okay, but they don't have the wherewithal, so to speak, to keep weight off like resistance or weight training does. And it also makes you stronger. Cardio doesn't. So, you know, I start my clients off, well, first of all, there's always a health consultation. Whether you have any medical issues or any injuries or anything specific of that nature. So I'll know exactly how to train you. You know, so I always consult with my clients before I start training them. To ask them if they have any conditions I should know about. But I always normally start with some sort of resistance training. Resistance is key. So, and you start with the basics, you know, squats, presses, that type of thing. And so a lot of my new clients, I start them off with suspension straps that I use a lot, because it's a full body workout you can get, but it's easy on the joints, but it also gives you a good pump and a good workout as well. So that's one, and then you could train people with ailments and injuries and that type of thing. So it's resistance training with me, and then I get into the cardio and the like. But it's a touch and go in terms of, even though you may start one way, and when you see the results coming, you can switch another way. But I also tell people, because some people like cardio, some people like weights, but you can do both. You can do both and get effective results.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How can tell us a little bit about how listeners and viewers can find you, contact you, give us your contact information, so they can reach out to you.
You can start my wife. You can reach my wife on Facebook at Desiree Bullard, and she does cardio and core session on Arm Bailey Park at 6 o'clock a.m. every Saturday.
Awesome.
And so you can reach out on Facebook or Instagram. And you can reach out to me on Instagram, Corey Trainer, CoreyTrainer. And you can follow me there. The website is www.bullfitnessbootcamp.com. And the numbers is on my Instagram, but my number is 822-2855. So, or you can reach out to me on Corey Trainer on Facebook. So I'm on all the major platforms, and I train out of Empire Fitness Gym in the East, in the Seagray Plaza. So you can reach out to them, and they can reach out to me. So there's a lot of ways you can get. And then, of course, Pro 242.
Yes.
You know, so
that's
very
accessible. We're so excited to have you on the show, Coach, and sharing with us and telling us your journey, how you got started in this, and helping Bahamian folks stay in shape and they're healthy in the best times of their lives. We look forward to talking to you again. Again, folks, you can find Mr. Bullard, Coach Bullard, on the Pro 242 network, pro242.com. The app and the website is available to you. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to have you on the show again another time.
Okay, please. My pleasure.
All right,
have a good day now.
All right, good.